Welcome to Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help educate you about narcissistic abuse because your feelings do matter. Hi, and welcome to another broadcast of Narc Abuse No More with your host, Dr. and Evangelist K.O. Rich. Thanks for tuning in today. Today is Wednesday, May the 4th of 2022. I pray that you've had a blessed, stress-free, narcissistic-free, abuse-free week so far, and that the remainder of this week will continue to be so as well. But if not, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Again, my name is Dr. K.O. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. Yes, they do. But before we go on with today's broadcast, I would like to invite you to visit us on our website at www.narcabusenomore.org. Again, that website address is www.narcabusenomore.org, or you can type in narcissistic-personality.com. Again, that's narcissistic-personality.com, and on our website you'll find valuable information regarding narcissism, regarding relationships. You can also listen to any podcast that you may have missed over the weeks past. So if you have missed any of them, just go directly to our website. And just to let you know, we are on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iTunes, Deezer, Castbox. We're also on Amazon, Audible, Rumble, and YouTube. You have a variety of different platforms that you can listen to us on at the time of your choice. So even though we air at 10 a.m., all you have to do is just go to the archives if you are unable to tune in at that time. And you can download your favorite app, put us in your favorites, and it will alert you as to whenever we post new broadcasts. So don't forget, also subscribe to us and share these broadcasts. Hey, take a moment, click the share button. It won't take you a minute. Just click the share button so that others can get this valuable information as well. I want to apologize for the last broadcast. It actually cut off, and I didn't know that it had cut off. And so I do apologize for it cutting off so abruptly like that. I don't know what happened. It just went off. I didn't know until after I had finished taping. I thought that it had. Anyway, I do apologize for that abrupt ending on the last podcast. All right. What are we talking about today? We are talking about how to know if you are a victim of gaslighting. How to know that you are a victim of gaslighting. Now, again, I want to just say this. You know, you gaslighted. When you're being gaslit, you are dealing with someone who wants you to be off balance in your emotions. They don't want you to call them out for their bad behavior that they're doing. They want to make you feel as if you cannot trust your reality. You cannot trust your instincts. You cannot trust actually what they're showing you in black and white. So basically, you see that the sky is blue, but they want to tell you that it's black, and then have you down. Well, maybe it is black. Maybe it's something wrong. When you know that you know that you know, but at the same time, they will have you doubting who you are. And that is a form of manipulation. It's a form of manipulation. And that is one of the tactics that narcissists use to get their victims to do whatever, or to comply with whatever it is that they want them to do, by trying to basically put a false trust in them. And I say false trust, not that the victim is not trusting the abuser, but basically it's built upon falsehood, because the abuser is manipulating that individual. And so we want to just give you some things that you will hear from someone that's gaslighting you. So these are some common gaslight phrases that you will know that, hey, this person is trying to basically mess with your mental state. They're trying to have you off balance. They're trying to make you not cause you not to believe that the abuse or whatever they are doing to you is valid, and they will make you doubt yourself. So the first one is you often feel confused and even crazy in that toxic relationship. You feel like I don't know if they love me, if they don't, if they're supporting me, if they're not. They have you off balance. You think, well, some things they say is hurtful, but then they tell me, oh well, I'm supporting you, it's only constructive criticism, you're too sensitive, and you're really thrown off emotionally. You're on this emotional roller coaster because you really don't know what to trust. Can I trust my feelings? Is that, this is they're not doing this for my good, or is it just me? They will have you on an emotional roller coaster when you are in a toxic relationship. The next thing, you're always apologizing. And that's something that the narcissist loves to do. Have you always walking on eggshells, making you feel like I'm always doing something wrong. You always saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry. And they want you that's a way of gaslighting you. It's a form of manipulation. I know there's some people that feel like gaslighting is different than manipulation, but when you're gaslighting somebody and having them doubt their reality, that is a manipulative tactic in order to have them up under your thumb, to have them in compliance with whatever you want, to have them submit to whatever the demands that you are wanting, to have them off balance where they only feel as if you the one that have the right answer. So it is a narcissistic tool of manipulation using the gaslighting tactic. Next, you can't understand why you aren't happier. You feel miserable. When you are in a toxic relationship, there's no such thing as happy land. When you're in a toxic relationship, that person that you're with doesn't love you, doesn't respect you, doesn't honor you. That you can't love someone and then you gaslight them. You can't love someone and you're using various forms of manipulation, various tools to make that person miserable. And so therefore that is not love. So when you feel like I'm not happy, I'm miserable in this relationship, if you're not sure you're being gaslit, that is one of the signs. You're miserable because you're not even able to know the reality, understand the reality of this relationship that is unhealthy, untoxic, and that person will make you feel like you're at fault. It's all you. It's all in your head. No one thinks that way but you. That's a form of triangulation as well. Everyone is on my side, and everyone, you're the crazy one, and everyone thinks it's you. So that is a way of them gaslighting you to make you doubt your reality. You frequently make excuses for your partner's behavior. Why? Because they have gaslighted you into thinking that their behavior is the right one and everyone else is wrong. So when someone brings it to your attention and they say, well, I see this person's treating you wrong or abusing you, you will immediately go into the defense mode to defend that person. Now deep down you may know that the person who is trying to warn you is right, but you're still in this what we would consider cognitive dissonance, where you know they're right, but at the same time you're still on the fence and trying to defend that individual. So again, that you're in this gaslighting stage. Well, I'm not able to trust my reality. I know what it is, but then at the same time I'm not able to trust it because this person has made you feel as if they're all about you, that they the only ones that love you. No one else will love you the way that they do. They're doing this for your good, even when they hit you and beat you upside your head. Well, I'm doing this to treat us. Well, it was a movie not too long ago, and it was about domestic violence, and it was on Lifetime, and I forget the name of the movie, but it was dealing with domestic violence, and the husband in that movie, he would tell his wife, well, I hit you because I got to teach you how to act, and she had believed this lie, and he was gaslighting her to make her feel as as if this, no, I'm not abusing you. I'm disciplining you because you need to learn how to behave. So I'm doing this because I love you. Let me just say this. When someone's knocking you upside your head, okay, when they are shoving you, pushing you, pinching you, choking you, beating you, punching you, and all these things, that is not love. And furthermore, you are not a child. And even children, you would not treat that way. You are not a child with some man needs to be knocking you upside your head. And this goes for men too. If you're in a relationship with a woman is doing it, it is not acceptable. No type of abuse is acceptable. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation. It is a form of abuse, and it is not okay. Now, another thing is you experience feeling imperfect. You feel vulnerable. You sometimes might be depressed. You're crying. You feel less than. See, one of the things that abusers like to do, they like to put themselves up on a pedestal. They want you to feel as if you have to look up to them, and so therefore they're holding the strings, and they're the ones that's telling you where to go, when to go, how to go, when you should go, if you should go, and all these different things. Okay, they will make you again doubt that you have any control over your own life. They will make you doubt as if make you feel as if you're incompetent. This is a form of gaslighting. They will make you feel as if you're not good enough. They're making you doubt your reality of who you are. And again, that's another form of abuse. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Your face is beaming. You say it's 'cause you're dreaming of how good it's going to be. You
About the Heart, and that is by James Ingram. All right, so we're still talking about gaslighting and understanding the signs of gaslighting, knowing certain phrases and things that abusers will say when they are trying to gaslight their victims. When you feel oversensitive about anything and your partner isn't, you might say, well, I'm oversensitive and maybe I'm taking it, taking things out of context. But if you are constantly feeling as if you have the need to if you feeling offended all the time because of something that person is saying and or doing, it could be that you are being gaslit. This is something to pay attention to. Understand, well, is it something that does this person have a history of doing things to you that's abusive, saying things, making jokes at your expense, trying to humiliate you in public? And if they're doing a lot of different things, then you're not being oversensitive. This is something that the person is actually doing, but they will make you feel as if you're being oversensitive because of what they're doing. One thing that when it comes to gaslighting, sometimes the silent treatment is the way to gaslight you. They will know that you want to communicate, but then give you the silent treatment. Not that they're trying to take a break and say, I need to cool off and then I'll come back. It's a way to try to punish you. And then if you mention it, they will doubt it. They will make you seem as if, no, you're taking it out of context, or that's not what I'm doing. It's all in your head. And they will make you feel as if you have gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And so let me give you a few phrases that they will say to you when you have when you're dealing with someone that gaslights you. They will tell you, I never said that. Now you know good and well what they said. And when you tell them and repeat to them something that they said to you, they'll say, I never said that. Outright denial. They will also say that is not how it happened. Now, that they may have done A, B, C, and D, but then they will tell you that is not how it happened. And they will give a revised version of events. Okay, that is a form of gaslighting. They will also say you misinterpreted things. Now you know good and well what the intention of whatever it was that they did, but they will say that you misinterpreted things. They will also say, I only said that because of you. They will try to pass the blame, pass the buck, make you feel like, because of something that you did, then their response was in response to what you did. They will also say, you made me do that. And you often hear abusers that after they have hit someone or did something physically abusive, and then they'll say, look what you made me do. Because they will pass it on to you as if you're the one that's at fault for their bad behavior. You also hear maybe you always are twisting things because they don't want you to believe your reality. So they're going to make you feel as if you're the one that's gone a little over the edge and you're twisting things in a way that it was not meant to be. That's another form of gaslighting. If you know that something happened and you call them out on it and they say that you're twisting things, but you know that is what exactly happened, that is a form of gaslighting. They will also say something like, your divorce has taken a toll on me. If you decide, well, I'm leaving this relationship, I'm getting out of this relationship, I cannot deal with the abuse anymore, then they will make you feel, because you have taken proceedings to maybe get a separation, to file for divorce, well, it's taking a toll on me. So you're supposed to be empathetic with them, but then they were never empathetic with the abuse that they were giving to you. Another thing, someone that's gaslighting you, you might hear, when I get old and can't take care of myself, just have someone kill me because I know you won't want to take care of me. And this might be a parent that's a narcissist that's gaslighting you to try to guilt you into complying with whatever it is that they want. They will try to make you feel as if you're substandard, as if you are not good enough, as if you never do enough. And let me just say this, when you're dealing with narcissistic people, nothing that you ever do is good enough for them. Nothing that you ever do is good enough. You can take them to the moon and back, and it will still never be good enough. They will always keep raising the bar higher and higher. Another thing you might hear an abuser say, stop trying to mother him or her. When they are abusive to the children, and you go to try to protect that child, the abuser will accuse you of mothering, of being too mothering over the child. Let me just say this: if you are in an abusive relationship and your children are involved as well, definitely you need to get help to get out of that relationship as safely as possible. Children should never be abused. No one should be abused. And this has bad effects when it comes to the children, because sometimes the children will wind up being an abuser because they were abused, or sometimes they wind up being victims of abuse themselves because that's what they're used to and it becomes their norm. Now, let me ask you this question. If you are in an abusive situation right now, do you want this to be the life that your child have to live? And if you say no to that question, then why are you living that life if you are in an abusive situation yourself? If you don't want your children to go through what you're going through, then the best thing you can do is set an example for them and make sure that you try to get out of that relationship as safely as possible. And we emphasize safety, safely as possible. Right now, I want to take a moment to give you the National Domestic Violence Hotline, and that actually the website is www.thehotline.org. www.thehotline.org. You can call 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-7233. You can, TTY callers actually can call 1-800-787-3224. You can chat live by going to their website, again, at www.thehotline.org, or text the word START to 88788. Again, that's text the word START to 88788. Another phrase you may hear is, you fail at home so that you will fail at school. They want you to feel as if you're a failure at everything. You might be trying to pursue a goal. You might be trying to get a promotion at work, and they'll tell you, oh, well, you're such a failure at home, so you will never make it in life. You'll never make it in school. You'll never make it on the job. You'll never make it without me. And one of the favorite things they love to tell you is, no one will love you like I do. Well, let me just say this. I don't want anyone to love me with that type of toxic love, okay? That is not love at all. See, when you understand what and how toxic people operate, then you can have your guard up to know what not to listen to, what not to succumb to, what not to allow to take root on the inside of you, because they will try their best to dominate and you do not want anyone dominating you. You want to be able to live a happy life. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Keep his mind on nothing else. He trades the world for the good things found. If she is bad, he can't see it. She can do no wrong. Turn his back on his best friend. He puts her down. That's the way it ought to be. When a man loves a woman, I give you everything I've got. Trying to hold on to your
Loves a Woman, and that is by Michael Bolton. All right, so we're talking about phrases that a narcissist will say when they are gaslighting their victims. And another thing that they will say is, I have forgotten more than you will ever be able to learn. Again, the narcissist wants to put you down. They want you to doubt that you will be successful in anything. And they're actually envious of those who are. And if they can't take credit for your success, then they will try to diminish your success or prevent you from being successful in whatever your dreams and ambitions are. Another thing you will hear is, you are so sensitive. They can be talking about you, humiliating you, putting you down, but you're the sensitive one in their book. Again, this is a form of gaslighting, a manipulative tactic in order to make you doubt your reality. They will ask you the question, why do you always have to argue with me? You might be defending yourself against their tactics. You might not be arguing, but telling them, hey, you're doing X, Y, and Z. And they will change the script, flip the script on you to make you think that you're the one that's causing confusion. You're the one that's causing an argument. And they will do their best to make you feel guilty for even bringing to them about anything about their bad behavior. They will tell you sometimes that you're not making any sense. Why? Because what they're doing doesn't make sense. But they want to continue in their ball of drama, confusion, and all the things that they bring to the table. So they will say that you're the one that's not making any sense, or that you read too much into things. Have you heard that phrase? You're reading it too much. You can see that there's some lipstick on the collar and somebody was close neck with your husband or whatever, and they would say, oh, you're reading too much into it. Well, how am I supposed to read that? Okay? Now, if that's not your mother, your sister lipstick, well, how am I supposed to read that? All right. So they will tell you things, again, to make you confused, to make you doubt, to make you question yourself, not them, yourself. Another thing you may hear is, you are so stupid and immature. Oh, the name calling comes. Oh, the degrading, demeaning, devaluing things will come when they're trying to gaslight you, when they're trying to manipulate you and devalue you, and also cause you to question your own sanity. You may hear something like, you don't know anything about this, or you always do this. Again, shifting the blame or not taking responsibility for their actions, but making you feel as if you dared to mention it, that is something wrong with you, that everything they're doing is normal and you're the one that's on cuckoo form. See how this works, and this is very cruel. It's very cruel because when you're dealing with someone who plays these type of games, and you're like asking yourself, why? Why are they doing this to me? Why am I being treated this way? Why am I being manipulated this way? And it's because of who they are. This has nothing to do with you. It's because of who they are. And they love doing these type of games. They love playing with your emotions. They love trying to invalidate you, and they love being on this roller coaster. Have you on this roller coaster where you like getting whiplash and you don't know which side to go? I know one of the rides that I hate to ride on at Six Flags is the Ninja. I don't get on the Ninja anymore. And the reason I hate the Ninja, because when you're on this ride, it beats your face up. You feel like you've been in a boxing match, okay? And your face is going, side to side. You beat up because the ride itself is so rocky. And it's been some years since I've been on that ride. But that's how the narcissist does. And when they're gaslighting you, you're on this roller coaster and you feel like you're getting beat up, and it's a miserable experience, and you want to just jump off because there's no thrill in the ride, because the only person that's getting kicks out of it is the narcissist. And that's why it's so important to know and understand what you're dealing with, and understand the games that they play, so then you know how not to play the game. If you know what to look for, then you know how not to play the game. And one another thing that they do, because we're about to come to an end, they will say something like, "Don't put words in my mouth." They will make you feel as if you, by you reinterpreting or evaluating or saying what it is that they're doing, that you're putting words in their mouth. They play these games. They use these phrases to try to keep you off balance. They know good and well what they're doing, but they're trying to keep you off balance. And again, this is a way for them to have you doubting your reality, your perception of things, gaslighting you. And when you know what to look for, then this will help you to understand that it's not you, it's them. They don't want you to be able to read their cards, know their script, understand their language, know what they're about. They want to make you feel as if you're the one that's in need of help. And you wonder, how are these people like this? And it has there's a lot of different factors to that. You know, some of it's the way that they were brought up in childhood. You know, they may have had a narcissistic parent or two, been in a narcissistic family, dealt with narcissistic relationships, and they may have become the narcissist or whatever the case may be. But despite whatever way they got like that, the thing is, you have to realize that you deserve better. You don't have to take abuse. You don't have to continue in an abusive relationship. The choice is up to you. Now, I want to say this again. If you're in an abusive relationship and you're trying to get out of the abusive relationship, make sure that you get out as safely as possible. And that means that you tell someone that you can trust, hey, I'm trying to leave this relationship. You talk to, if there's been physical abuse, you talk to the police and have it recorded, have it reported that, hey, this is an abusive relationship that I'm in and I'm trying to leave it. I need some help. I need someone to go with me to get my things, or whatever the case may be. Talk to, if you have someone you can talk to, if you're in the church and clergy, if you can talk to someone, the elders or whoever. Make sure that someone is there with you. If you have children involved, talk to an attorney to know the legal ramifications as well, so you'll know what steps to take and how to be within the confines of the law and still be safe as possible. There's a lot of things that it involves, but again, it is better to plan and to know in advance, if you're planning on leaving this abusive relationship, what steps you need to take, and to take them as safely as possible. I pray that today's broadcast has been a blessing to you. And I want to thank you all for those of you who write me and email me and tell me that you're being blessed by these broadcasts and they've really, really helped you. And I very much appreciate them. I do read my emails and I do try to respond to my emails. I also want to thank those who plant into this broadcast, allowing me to be able to deliver these broadcasts to you as often as I do. It's one person at a time. And you know what the thing is that it's one step at a time. When you're on this road to recovery and you've been dealing with abuse, you've lived this abuse, this has been a part of your life, it's one step at a time when you're on that road to recovery. And I just want to let you know that your feelings do matter. That's why we talk about that on this broadcast. That's why we have this as our slogan. Your feelings do matter. Yes, they do. And first, they have to matter to you. And when you're dealing with someone that is toxic, when you're dealing with someone that is unloving, someone that is abusive, to them, your feelings don't matter. And so that's why you have to take control of it. You have to be behind the wheel of your vehicle to say enough is enough. And I have to look out for me. My feelings do matter. All right, we are up out of here. I pray that today's broadcast will be a blessing to you and that you will look back on it and know that you're not alone. This is Dr. K.L. Rich with Narc Abuse No More. Until next time.